really don't know how to start this video. There's an unhealthy wobble in the world that directly affects me because I don't like it. Okay, I really don't like to see the unhealthy, unbalanced wobble. What do I mean by that? Well, I don't think the perception of depth in people and the awareness of their depth is completely oblivious. I say that because coming from a very rough background with a very rough, unhealthy, unbalanced bear in my house every fucking day as a child growing up, in the most sponge-like moment of your life, like you're not even 5 and you're traumatized to the max. Coming from that, I'm aware that my relationship skills are completely offset, which is a good thing and a bad thing. In at least it's both in the same way. Some people have a very unhealthy perception of love, which I am one. I only notice it because every time you get a year older, every year you get older, every person I get to meet in my life is always temporary. I cannot see myself raising kids, having a family, and being normal or wanting normal things. I've always knew I was different, but I didn't know to what extent my empathic antennas were. Until I started having blank conversations telepathically with some soul-connected family members. I'm just going to say it like it is. I ain't normal. And I'm okay with that. But I recognize also there's a very ill part in most people. That's pretty much the first thing I see in people would be their flaw, their idealism, reality in their head, and the reality in reality, which is all it's all simultaneously happening while I'm watching it go down. Okay, if that ever makes sense. I kind of don't care at this point. I truly know that I'm easily distracted and my ears are painted on. I barely listen because I do that. And it's unhealthy. And what I'm trying to say really is people hold on to ideas of people without even acknowledging the mirror effect or acknowledging who they are or their state of awareness in everything they do. And luckily for me, I got awoken on really hardcore drugs. And it was a long journey to get off of them. And it was a long journey trying to understand yourself through all that. And the contradiction is very much where you got to kind of turn off the volume of outside and turn on the volume of within and make your own proper decisions in life. Knowing I'm never going to have kids, knowing I'm never going to raise a family, and accepting that with all my little desired heart. Because I believe that my experience in life, what I perceive of what I've been and where I'm going and what I want, has nothing to do with family and kids and having weddings and the fairy tale whole thing. I want to fix this planet, if that could ever happen, and it will. I don't say I will fix it, but my voice is going to be loud enough and heard enough that people will have no choice but to resonate what I'm saying, because the truth is the universe sees you in every single way you are and will project every single thing you are to you and back like a boomerang. So watch out what you say and what you do, because, you know, if you don't understand your words and why you're putting them in a phrase and you're talking shit, you're just gonna end up looking like shit. And with that said, I understand that my unhealthy perception of men, women, love, it's never gonna be okay for me. And I'm not saying I don't unconditionally love my animals. I love them to the moon and back. It's the love of probably the same love a mother has for her children in most cases. The fact that I lacked a mother growing up, the fact that I had replacement moms that did an amazing job. Like, I owe them my life today for those foster cares. But I don't envy them. I don't envy people that want that. And I think I'm more envy my lack of wanting to explain. And I think the only way I can say this is anybody who got hurt really young age by either people that they trusted, their parents, their loved ones, their aunts, their uncles, whatever, will understand the feeling of the mother rejection. And if you look at it through, I don't know, maybe animals and human behavior versus animal behavior versus grids, EMPs, Schumann, all of these things, the sun, the cycles, everything has an effect on us. When there's a full moon, the water goes up, la marée. So when, you know, you see it, you can see it. We're evolving either way, and it's a choice to choose to look within or to look without. But looking within takes a lot of energy and a lot of effort. Coming from a girl who was diagnosed borderline split personality, who, you know, hurt everything and everyone around her for many years, coming to awareness was like the best thing that could ever happen to me. I'm not done, but I'm sober. I'm smoking weed. Okay, who cares? It keeps me calm because I scream and I'm angry at the world and I'm angry at my emotions, and I wish people could be more honest with themselves, because the sooner they accept themselves, the less they'll be looking outside of themselves to find answers that they truly need to fix within, you know. With all that said, I just feel down today, and it just feels really, really odd for me to explain that I'm dysfunctionally not capable of loving, like dysfunctional love. People are so dysfunctional. It's including me, but I mean, it sucks when you see the dysfunctionality before you see the potential of somebody, including me. Like, I have so much potential. I just keep, if it ain't done my way, it's the highway, I guess. I got some good plans coming up ahead, and I know I'm gonna get them done because I have no other way. That's the only way you'll see this smile, in the chaos or in the beautiful sunshine. I gotta tell my story, and that story is gonna be told. And there's probably a lot of layers out there already. Meaning, yeah, a lot of death personalities within me. Being a borderline, I imagine them as people inside me, that they come out when I'm in danger, or I feel confronted, or I feel like I'm splitting or whatnot. They come out to protect me, or they come out to assist me in things that I would not able to do. The things that are ego driven, they're all being dealt with. I had to write a contract with it. Wrote it down on a piece of paper. I told him who's boss. Yeah, that was me. I'm boss. And yeah, to do the 360 thing. And then I started not believing necessarily all of the oath side of medical, because I really didn't. And I don't take any medication. There is no cure for this. The only medication I did take was the ones that I could faithfully rely on myself and not screw up the dosages. And when you read a little bit more on stuff that they want to give you, it's just to control your humor or control your angerness, because they have files on you, right? The moment I stopped taking their chemicals, I stopped hallucinating. Yeah, because their stuff gave me a lot of hallucinations, and I've never hallucinated on acid. So, like when I was a kid, so how the fuck am I gonna hallucinate on Rivotril, which is so prescribed here in this area of my life, in this area where I live. I think I've been watching a lot of people tell their experience, and I have to tell my experience. It's just the way my life is supposed to inspire people to look within and ignite the flame, the power, the passion. Because if they don't, you're gonna end up like sucked in or easily distracted on a road that you either don't know, or are not prepared for, or can either get hurt. And the last thing you want even is to get hurt or to hurt someone. And when you actually do get hurt is when you actually do grow from it. So it's a push-pull, eh? With all that said, I'm just